Program note: video games are meant to be seen and played, but due to copyright rules, you won't see any actual gameplay in this story. However, we are shining a spotlight on a few fascinating personalities on the Michigan State University esports team. They give us a look at the preparation and passion that drive competitive gaming forward. This is the world of esports, and trust me, the action is just as intense off the screen. Good luck, brother.
Good luck.
You gonna need it.
Yeah?
You gonna need it. All right. Okay. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
All right, all right.
That was one of my goals, just to get a few hits in on you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're world ranked, or continentally ranked. So 1 minute and 32 seconds you beat me.
Yeah.
What's the fastest you ever beat somebody? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
How is that humanly possible? All right, Dice. Well, I want you to kind of dive into your history as it pertains to video games.
Yeah.
When did you first fall in love with them? And then how did that get catered into really gravitating towards Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?
Well, to be honest, I've been playing games since I was like 3, I think, honestly.
Why do you love this game so much? What is it about it?
I love competition. I love to fight. I love getting to pick apart my opponent and figure out what makes things click.
Chris Bilski is the director of esports at Michigan State University, which is one of over 200 U.S. colleges and universities that now offer scholarships for esports athletes. The type of scholarships offered vary from program to program. I think a lot of outsiders, when they hear that, oh man, you can get a scholarship at Michigan State to play video games, they think that it's like a full ride, right?
So all of our students that are part of our program do receive a partial scholarship to Michigan State University. The highlights and the headlines tend to be those schools that offer, full rides, full tuitions, but that's not at all the norm when it comes to collegiate esports.
When I first got here, we weren't considered a varsity program. Probably due to the success of all of our teams, we were like scouted in a way to become a varsity program my sophomore year. And from then on, players received scholarships. Becoming varsity, we started traveling way more to different places across the country.
So when you become varsity, you become recognized as like an official scholarship sport at the university.
Yeah, basically. Now we're like an organized program that the staff actually manages.
In addition to Michigan State, other universities across the mitten that have adopted esports include the University of Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, Davenport, and the powerhouse that is Northwood University, where the esports team has become one of the best in the nation, claiming multiple national championships. That kind of success for the Timberwolves is helping to fuel Bilski and his team at MSU.
We want to be the best program in the Big Ten. Ultimately, if we can beat Michigan on a regular basis, if we can beat Ohio State, that's what we're looking to do with our program. And from there, yes, if we can be nationally competitive, if we can move up to the top of those rankings, that's just a bonus and cherry on top. And they are off to a pretty good start. The MSU Esports Super Smash Bros. Ultimate team taking home the championship in the inaugural year of Big Ten competition with all 18 universities. Meet Darian and Dan, known in the gaming world as Linus and Hawk. No, don't adjust your television. You are seeing double because these two twin brothers have been foundational pieces to the rise of MSU esports. And unlike many siblings, these two have a profound respect for one another.
Better gamer in general goes to him. I think currently it's definitely him.
Okay, so overall, Dan, you say your brother, and you say right now, Darian, it's Dan. You guys are both so kind, man. The two brothers are from Ypsilanti, Michigan, and were so engulfed in video game culture growing up that they entered tournaments as often as they could. When those tournaments started putting cash in their pockets, something clicked for them and their mother, Anna, who would drive the two across the state for competitions on the regular.
There was one day after a pretty big tournament that I had done well at, I came home to my mom, I won like $800. And because that was most of the money I've ever won from the game at that point. She was like happy and excited. And she didn't know it was gonna be like that at all.
Yeah, Mom began to fuel the interest of her two young boys, realizing that video games for them could be something more than just kids having fun. The compensation for winning the tournament, was that the light bulb moment for you? Like, oh, you get something for doing this?
Because I'm driving them there. Shoot, was it every weekend?
No, they had them like, the libraries like once.
Seemed like I was driving you
month.
somewhere all the time.
A lot of gas money, huh?
I saw how great they were, and then people like would come up to me when I'm at the tournaments with them. They come up to me and say, "Are you Linus and Hawk's mom?" So then I was celebrity status in a sense, you know, because I'm Linus and Hawk's mom, and then I'll say, "Yeah, they are awesome players." I know winning isn't everything, but they were winning.
Yeah.
And they loved it, and they looked forward to doing it.
The brothers became nationally ranked, eventually coming to MSU to pursue their education. When they first arrived in East Lansing, MSU esports was not a varsity sport. Now, Michigan State graduates, Darian and Dan see a golden opportunity for young kids where they are from to use esports as a tool to elevate their circumstances. Do you think esports can be another way out? Another way out.
Yes.
Right? You know what I mean when I say that?
Well, this is an incredible way to make it out, if you want to say it that way. You don't need a special place to do this. All you need is the equipment. You know, like you don't need a field to practice in. You just need the computer or the system or the game or whatever. You can get good really fast, especially because there's resources online.
And for those that scoff at the notion of esports being a sport, well, you may want to re-examine that. Every week, the team watches hours of film, puts in practice. And look, I was even informed that they have a nutritionist. Dice is obsessive about his process of preparation.
How often are you studying? Is that an everyday thing where you're looking up, okay, you're going through every roster and you're making notes in a big notebook or something? Or how are you doing that?
I do keep notes. I keep them on my phone, but like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are generally our practice matches. Jump in the air. See how slow you fall? I fall really fast.
Oh, you do?
You run a bit slower than I do.
Okay.
I generally just get a feel of how they move first, so I can tell like where they're gonna be, when they're gonna come in, and like what moves they approach with. So like my best move is my forward air because it's big, it's active, it goes out there, and it's also a multi-hit, it has multiple hits.
Okay, let's say though you're playing somebody and they're countering all of that.
Shield beats attack, and grab beats shield, and attack beats grab. And if they're shielding a lot, I start grabbing them. If they're like moving away, I'll use a move that goes further. If they're like attacking, then I'll just have to dodge, you know? You have to play to your opponent's tempo, and they have to play to you.
What do you say to those people who don't really understand it and don't see it as a sport?
I think that while sports have been traditionally a kind of physical thing, I think that as long as there's a competition between two or more, it's a game, you know? I feel like that's the most important part. I feel like the same plays that are being made in football, the same plays that are being made in any traditional sport can be seen in Smash. I feel like anything can qualify as an esport as long as it has that competitive vibe to it.
At least in the eyes of Anna, she fully understands that playing video games and being good at them is something that definitely takes a bit of skill.
I can't hold the controller without looking at the controller, and so by the time that happens, then I'm done.
You're done. Game over.
Game over for me.
MSU Esports added Jonathan Eaton to its team last year. Eaton serves as content and production coordinator for the program. Much of what he does is selling MSU Esports to potential recruits because it's all about trying to nab that 5-star talent on the joysticks to make sure you can compete and win.
A big part of my job is to make the brand look friendly enough and get those students the opportunity. There's a lot of great basketball players, a lot of great football players who've gone to do cool things in the NFL, but some of those people are more known for their play in college, and that's an opportunity that we can give specific students as well. Hey, do you want to come and make a name as a Michigan State legend for Smash Brothers?
What are the 5 and 10-year goals for MSU Esports when it comes to your vision?
We feel really good about what we've built so far. We want Michigan State to be the one-stop shop for esports when it comes to the Midwest. When people look at what an esports program should be, we want them to think of Michigan State.
Can you say back-to-back? That's right. Earlier this year, Dice's MSU Smash team won a second straight Big Ten Esports Conference championship, becoming the first team in Big Ten Esports history to do so. And Dice continues to show off his gaming prowess, becoming the #1 Falco player in North America, a badge he earned right as we were producing this story. In addition to that, MSU's Rocket League team went a perfect 12-0 to also win the Big Ten ship. And you know what? I've still got something to prove too. I'm way too competitive to end this story without one last shot at Dice. Cue that rematch. I want a rematch. Let's fire this thing back up,
All right.
okay?
Good luck. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
You know what? All right. Good sportsmanship. I'll keep it clean.